Here's exactly what to do in order to get more sales, more promotions, eliminate your fear of public speaking, and even deliver a keynote that gets your audience to do what you want. I've spent 20 years presenting, teaching, training, observing, and giving feedback to presenters. What I've discovered is that the most amazing keynote presenters have something in common, secrets that set them apart. They don't teach you these in school. I've never read them in any book, and most professionals have never even heard about them. Dazzle reveals them all. Every advanced technique you need to stand and deliver an amazing keynote presentation using my exclusive presentation skills training video. In Dazzle, you will learn how to instantly captivate your audience and keep them so engaged they can't wait to hear what you have to say next. How to quickly identify the needs of your audience without them knowing you did it. The secret to answering questions so that you always look like you know the answer, even when you don't. The blueprint for creating a PowerPoint show that can remind you what to say and still engage your audience without patronizing them. An easy 5-step approach to introducing yourself that will get even the toughest audiences to believe in you, listen to you, and trust you. The James Earl Jones effect, tips for speaking with impressive confidence. How to write, organize, and prepare your presentation in less time. Foolproof methods to avoid feeling intimidated by powerful people and their friends. How to identify and harness your unique strengths and the pitfalls of trying to be like someone else. Effective strategies to overcome your fear of public speaking. The secret to creating an amazing experience for your audience, no matter how boring your topic may be. How to take advantage of working the sweet spot, the place in the room that makes you look confident and engaging every time. An easy system for practicing and improving your presentation that doesn't require an audience. Exactly what to do with your hands during your presentation and why it's so important to get it right. The 4 presentation styles of adults and how you can use them to connect with every member of your audience. The truth about what makes people laugh and how you can use that to your advantage. Techniques for building a relationship with your audience and why it's so critical to do it. How to finish your presentation right on time, every time, and close so your audience feels like you're the best they've ever seen, and a whole lot more. If you haven't experienced this before, it's an amazing feeling to come away from a presentation knowing your audience will want to buy your product, hand you a promotion, or start doing business with you and love you for it. You'll feel a confidence as a presenter you've never felt before. This program will change your presentations forever. I truly want to help you give more effective keynote presentations. This is the perfect time for you to start improving your success with audiences and presenting. And Dazzle is the most powerful program available to help you do it. Simply click the button to get started. I want you to ask yourself if your media benefits you or the audience. If it benefits you, remove it. If it benefits the audience, keep it. That's how you can tell if it's the right media. Now, let me give you my favorite things to do with media. First of all, here's the 3 of them. You want to give them a map, keep the focus on you, and display what you cannot say. Let's talk about the first one, give them a map. You've noticed I've given you a map today. You know exactly where we are at any given time. First way I did that is this. This is the agenda slide. You need one of these. For every presentation you give, you need an agenda slide with at least 3, I'm going to suggest 6 or 7, and no more than 15 deliverables. And use the red font or some color font to tell them where they are at any given time. This is the first good use of media, is to give them a map. The second way to give them a map is this one. This is another example. This is a sub-deliverable slide that tells them within each deliverable exactly where I am. Notice that at any given point today, you've known exactly where we are and where we're going. They need to be able to know that too with your presentations. So the first thing you do with your PowerPoints in your media is you give them a map. Notice the second thing is you keep the focus on you And the first way to avoid doing that is to create backgrounds that are plain and that distinguish themselves from the font. Did you see the backgrounds I'm using? Look how plain they are. There's a little rule of the room in each one of the corners. And it's okay if they're not white. You can have them different colors, but they need to be plain. If you make a background that's all pretty, that doesn't engage them. I'm just telling you that right now. It doesn't do it. It doesn't do anything for them. So this is not engaging. In fact, it de-engages them. It stops them from listening to me because it's not easy to read. So they can't follow along. The other way to keep the focus on you is to avoid all elements of animation. All these things that you do when you show people stuff and it just comes in like that, it's so annoying and it doesn't help you engage them at all. It's just pointless. So take all that animation, remove it, and show them the big picture immediately. Because you want the focus on you. That animation makes them focus up there. I want to focus on me, what I have to say. Remember, if you want to keep people's attention, they have to believe that you are the way they can get the information.
Well, it's a fabulous program, and there are so many takeaways, so many specific strategies that I will use in any presentation that I have, either with large groups or small groups, one-on-one encounters. There are so many different things from the power of the pause to facial expressions and body language that I think are just phenomenal strategies and things that we don't necessarily think about, but I think as presenters we owe it to our audience.
What was awesome to be reminded of is that it's not about you, it's about the audience. And so often when I'm getting ready to do a presentation, that I'm trying to write things down to help trigger my memory versus what is value added to the client.
I think the beauty of Dazzle is it gave you real-world opportunities and real-world practical opportunities that you could actually implement tomorrow.
I'll definitely go back and watch this several times and really try and focus on what I think I need to improve the most on. I also heard some things that I think I do well in presentations that I think I'll be extra attentive to making sure that I include from this point forward. But there were so many great tips, and I would definitely incorporate those in my presentations and on into the future. So I'm excited to roll those out and to incorporate those.